Being over here, you would think it's a lot of stores around here. Ain't no stores around here, girl. But it's lit up like it's a whole bunch of stores around here. It's not. But Project Rise did. I mean, the lady did say. See, I'm gonna keep going on about it. But the lady did say that Project Rise said that. I mean, Project Rise is supposed to transport my son to school, and but like I said, she contradicted herself because that's what she said. She was like, "I don't get that. You know, they supposed to transport you to school. That's what they for. You know, especially if you stay at a shelter. You know, there's no reason why they don't transport the kids at all." And then she was like, "Is it within 2 miles?" I was like, "It's within. Yes. No, they said it's yeah, they said it is within 2 miles. But what I don't get is that like Akron Public Schools should be the one to say, you know, oh yeah, we can't provide busing because it's within 2 miles. But or according to Project Rise is not Akron Public Schools or any type of, you know, so they go based on their own stuff, and I'm just like, y'all should y'all should transport kids just for the simple fact that if they are in the shelter, they still get transportation regardless. But I told her that I wasn't complaining about it because of the simple fact that they gave me a bus pass for him to get to school every day. So I wasn't complaining about it, but it's just the fact that she was like, "Oh well, they should," and then she contradicted herself and was like, So when I started agreeing with her, and I told her, I was like, "Yeah, that kind of makes sense because since Akron, they're not Akron Public Schools, they should provide any type of assistance regardless." And then she was like, "Well, yeah, that is how they work though, and it is within 2 miles." Because at first she was like, "No, no, they shouldn't be. They should give you transportation anyway." And then that's when she was like, "Oh yeah, it is in within 2 miles." Like they be contradicting themselves. At the same time, I think it's based on fear. But I don't know. But maybe like the businesses is really waking up and noticing what they doing wrong, and they're moving like they're scared of losing their job now, you know. But at the same time, it's just like you they still don't know what they're talking about, so they better hop on it. But yeah, I feel like they should provide transportation regardless because y'all not Akron Public Schools. I hate when another business try to act like another business, and it's like, why is y'all doing the same thing they're doing, but y'all is not. Y'all don't. It's like they don't know their role. They don't know their role at all. You know, Project Rise is supposed to be for shelters, provide assistance for shelters, not based on this, based on that. You know, limiting their resources or limiting the help because they trying to be something that they not. And that's how I feel it is. That's how a lot of businesses are. That's why I was kind of skeptical about my caseworker. And when she was like, "Oh yeah, we're not associated with them. You gonna have to choose either come here or come there, or go there." I'm just like, I'm just like, what? No, I'm not choosing nothing because she contacted me. I mean, she contacted you for me, so she referred me to you. So how are y'all not working in? Or how are y'all not in it together? It's like it seemed like and it may be competition because they is both caseworkers. She's a caseworker, another girl's a caseworker, and they probably fighting for their position. You know, if she's better than her, she probably feel like, oh yeah, they're gonna replace me or this and that and the third. You know, I feel like that's what's going on right now. Because when somebody is better than, or somebody does their job a little better than another person, or and they getting compliments, and then they're in the same position, they're like, hold up, I need to step my game up. So they start stepping their game up. But I feel like when I was in there the whole time, I'm like, I swear I'm Malcolm in the middle. I'm Malcolm in the middle of it all. Just because I'm sitting here trying to get help, but why I'm trying to get help, y'all sitting here fighting for y'all jobs. But at the same time, I'm the one that's sitting here depending on y'all. But y'all got problems of y'all own. So it's just like, I'm not receiving any help from y'all. I'm not receiving no help from y'all. That's just what it is. Not like it's a little spot over here. I think I'm gonna take y'all real quick because my curfew ain't till like 30 minutes, a half an hour, a little bit more than half an hour. Instead of sitting right here, I'm about to take y'all to this little spot I found. But it is flowers over there, so hopefully ain't no skunk over there. This window is so pretty. It's a pretty window.
Isha.
So there is like a little motel right here. And that little motel. This motel is too cute. And they got jacuzzis in it too. I was like, I'm gonna go in there one day and see how much they offer. Because I don't know if I was talking about that on here. I think I was when I said I was talking to somebody about about baby steps, and I was like, my baby steps would be like, okay, getting out of this shelter as soon as possible because because they're gonna, especially if it's a point out system. Usually they take their time with you. They got a jacuzzi here and stuff, and I want to go in there. This is cute. I've been in there before though. I've been in there. It was like 7 years ago. I was in here with a married man. We got a room, and I was young at the time. He knew better, but I was young, and you know how older men take advantage of the young in their heart, and they string them along, and then this girl is in love with you, and you claiming you gonna do. That's the relationship. That's the situation I was in. It's like you claiming you gonna leave this woman, and you never leave this woman. So therefore, I was in a situation. We got a hotel. And we always did little stuff like that. But so what I was saying. Oh yeah, I was like, my baby steps will be. Well, first I want to get out of this shelter because I feel like a lot of shelters are not supposed to have are not supposed to have a pointing system, because I feel like if I was gonna run my own shelter, they would not have pointing systems or this amount of points so that you get kicked out. It's either if you get a gun, if you bring a gun, if you commit theft, or you always got the police on our premises, then that's when I'm gonna kick you out. But I'm not gonna have like a point out system or anything like that. I want to sit here, but it's dark and skunks like flowers. I've seen that skunk and it just like changed my mind about everything. You don't know what's in these little leaves. But yeah. So yeah, that's what my shelter would be. Like I would not have no point out system or nothing. Like I said, if you a thief and this and that, and you always got the police over here, then you're gonna get kicked out. But ain't no points for me. That's what I will do. But they make it pressuring to get out of here because of the points. We trying to get our lives together, and you're always talking about points. You're always talking about getting rolled up and stuff like that. And It makes you feel like you in a game. So what are you really trying to do for us? It's like I'm trying to focus on housing, but you're trying to focus your focus on what I'm doing here to get me kicked out. So I was talking about the motels. I was like, yeah, I would my baby steps would be like getting into a motel and you know, finding the best way to get away from a stressful situation. Like I would rather be in a motel or something that's really really cheap than to be where I'm at and you know I'm threatened. I feel like it's pressure on me, to get out. So yeah.
Usher.
But this is where I was the other day, and this man was like, he was like, my name. He was like, the letters in my name mean something. He was like F and O, and I was like, I ain't thinking about it later until I ain't thinking about it till later. And I'm like, maybe he meant F off. And then he was just looking at me. He was like, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what it mean. And he kept walking off. And I'm like, why would you even bring it up if you're not even gonna tell me what it mean? Like, what's the point of even saying anything about what the letters of your name and what it means and this, that, and the third? Like, why would you say anything if you're not gonna explain yourself and you're just gonna walk out? And I felt some type of way. I'm like this, and at that point, I just felt like everybody was playing with my mind. Like, I hate when people try to steal your peace. Because I was sitting over there. Me and my son, we were so cool. And then he started wiping off the bench, and he was like, okay. He was like, I'm a clean this bench off for you or something like that. And I'm like, we good. We just sitting over here. It's a big enough bench for us too. And then that's when he said that. I'm like, that it killed my whole mood because I'm just like, you just took my peace, like you really just did. And I feel like a lot of people do that on purpose, and it irritated me because I was feeling good, like I was really feeling good. I was chilling. I'm like, oh, I'm about to go look around here and he made me feel some type of way. And then when I started thinking about it later, I'm like, maybe he did tell me, maybe he did mean fuck off, because sometimes that people do that. Like if they feel a certain way about you, especially white men, if they feel a certain way about you, um, they say something like under their breath, just like being a prejudiced person, any type of prejudiced person, they say something like that towards somebody, a black woman mostly. I never been treated like that before. I've been treated like that one time when I was in high school, and this guy called me. I forget what he called me. He called me something, and I didn't know what it meant, but it stood for a-hole or something like that. And I went home and I told my stepdad, and he was like, "Oh, he said that? You know what that mean?" I'm like, "No." And he told me what it mean. Oh, he called me a punta. I don't know what that. I think it's B or something like that. But he called me punta. I forgot what that means. He was like, he called me a punta when I was doing community service because I had got in trouble, and I was doing, like, I had just got in trouble by juvenile, and I had to do like um little stuff after school to rack up some points and
Usher.
stuff like that. Um, so he called me Punta, the janitor. I'm like, I ain't do nothing to him. Like I was so sweet. I think I just asked him something or something because I don't know what it is. Like I guess I aggravated him with my questions or something, but he just called me Punta out of nowhere. I'm like, yeah, I was just smiling and I was telling my mom and my stepdad about my day. I'm like, yeah, he called me Punta. What does Punta mean? He was like, hold up. He called you what? I was like, he called me Punta. And
Puta.
then he went up there and him and the dude got into an argument. I was like, oh, I didn't know what it mean. Like, I was literally with this attitude, like, oh, I didn't think it was a big deal, but. And I really don't care. I'm the type of person that don't care what anybody gotta say about me. So they can say something. I just like, you know what? I just brush it off like it ain't nothing I ain't never heard before. You know?
You call you puta.
Don't say that. Nah, he's saying it. He gonna go to school like saying it. And I'm like, what is? They gonna know exactly what he said too. Stop it.
Sticky Esha. Esha.
But our curfew ain't till 10 o'clock, so I gotta be in there at 10 o'clock.
Esha.
What?
You got this right? Esha. You got this right?
I'm just about to see what's in this box. They always got something in this box. See that box? They always got something in here. Like little books or something.
Bye.
Little books to read. The happiest toddler on the block. And you just come in here and pull out a book and read it. These is everywhere. Come on, Vontae. Where you going? I'm down here. Come here. We ain't going nowhere. Come over here. Come back over here. I want to start leaving without my purse and just leave with my pouch. Because that'll prevent me from spending anything. I don't really be needing nothing either. Come on, Vontae. It's just him I be worried about because he be wanting snacks and stuff, so that's why I carry my purse all the time. Come on. Come on. But I like the way Project Rise did work because they sent me that bus pass and they sent me a gift card to Walmart. So we might go to Walmart tomorrow and see what we can get with that gift card because I don't know how much is on the gift card because it don't say how much is on the gift card. So I guess I'm going to have to go and see how much is on there at the little money spot at Walmart. So we're going to go there and I'm going to get him some school clothes, a whole bunch of school clothes. While we out, I might stop by my storage unit and get me some clothes. Because I got enough clothes. He got enough clothes too. But I could get a gift card to his dad and he can take him to get some clothes. But I want to do it myself.
Usher.
What?
Toy car?
Yeah. So I'm going to go to the storage and get my clothes. And he want me to get his toy car out of there too. So that's something I can do while he at his dad's. While he with his dad. It's weird to say there's actually a girl here that looks like she could be my sister. Like, I never actually confessed that. But this girl, she kind of favored me in a little bit. Like, she could be my sister for her. Like, we actually, and I don't admit to looking like nobody, no other female. But she actually do kind of look like me. And she like she could be my sister. Vontae, move. Come here. Thought that was a motorcycle. That was a bike. He just got in the bath too. And I'm out here. Vontae, come on. The stars. Y'all want to see the star? I think it's only one. It's only one star. If y'all can see it, right there. That star. Yes. This star. We don't have a lot of stars here. A star in the sky. I always wanted a telescope so I can look at the stars.
Or a telescope.
I always wanted a telescope.
I see a star.
I want to so my favorite movie was A Walk to Remember.
Tell.
I used to love that movie. I loved how she was, and I loved how he was. And she ain't, you know how you in high school and you really don't care about how the man is. You know, what you like is what you like. Who you fall for is who you fall for. And they was just spending all this time together. Eventually, I even got the book. Eventually, she had cancer. So she had cancer at a young age through high school. And she didn't tell him until like they fell in love. And she kept telling him, she was like, I don't, she was like, the only thing is don't, she was like, because he wanted her to be his tutor. And she was like, well, I can be your tutor, but I got one rule: do not fall in love with me. And he thought she was playing because she was like a Christian girl. Her dad was a pastor, so he was like, I ain't gonna fall in love with you. Like, what you worried about? And I get out that street. And he wound up falling in love with her. And later on in the relationship, as they started becoming serious, he told her, he was like, well, she told him, she was like, I got cancer. And it changed his whole world because at any time he was gonna die, she was gonna die. But yeah, he was really in love with her though. And I gotta use the bathroom. We about to start going in. I'm about to go in a minute. But they would go to like the graveyard. I think it was a graveyard. They would go to the graveyard, and they would look at the stars. They would stare at the stars at the graveyard. I think it was a graveyard. It was just or some open spot that was by the graveyard. Because when she first brought him there, he was like, "Hold up, why we here?" She had a little telescope. They had a blanket, and they were staring at the stars. I seen a falling star. I caught a falling star twice. Um, and I made a wish, and I think my wish came true. But yeah, good times, good times, good times. But that's it, y'all. We about to get back in here. I'm tired, and I gotta pee. Well, I'm not tired, but I gotta pee. Come on, Bonte. Come on, let's go back in.
I'm tired.
You tired? And I gotta use the bathroom. So yeah.
You need the bathroom? You're going. No. Asha,
Huh?
you wish I Isha, you wish I
Yeah. Alright, y'all. Go to my videos, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bar to see my next live, and to stay updated on my new videos. Talk to y'all next time, and I'm gonna try to work on this video tonight so I can get it posted by the night. So stay tuned. Bye.